Good Friends, Good Games is live. Episode what? 44? Episode 44.
I think so.
Yeah, we're on 44. Okay.
We found the real Morgan.
We found the real Morgan, yeah.
Yep.
She's not just a menu screen. This is the person that's in charge of our collective futures, everyone. Literally.
We're so fucked.
Like, we're screwed. We're literally screwed. Like, you think the government in America, you think America is screwed this election? You should see what we've got to deal with. So, we're in trouble.
You guys are saying all of that, and I'm sorry, I just accidentally had like the most unhinged laugh while you're describing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're very unhinged.
She needs more
right.
men in her. She needs more men in her life, not men. Yeah, not more men. You
I can't even say the word.
can't even say the word. I'm so disgusted with this.
Yeah.
You ever like look at your team and you're just like that look of fucking disgust?
Yeah, basically you're like you're the Power Rangers, but you have the cooperation skills of the guys from The Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
If Zordon ran this team, he would literally start drinking. That robot would literally become a bartender. What's that robot's name? I forgot. I haven't seen that show since I was a kid.
Been years since I watched
whatever
that
it
show.
is, the red robot would have literally just become Zordon's bartender at this point. All right, episode 44. It is 29th of June. Everest is out today, and Morgan has filled in. Clearly.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so anyone got anything exciting to go? It's been a wild week. I've been sick. I'm coming off of it.
Lovely.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, dude. I got that weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Like, out of nowhere, your throat just gets sore. And then I just started coughing out of nowhere. And like, I'll probably be coughing through some of the episode here. I've been taking meds, but like, I'm at the tail end of it now. It's been all week.
Lovely.
Yeah, dude. On that, but that gave me time to play games, which we'll get into in a bit. But how are you guys holding up? Zenith's been having a busy week.
Yep. I started a brand new job on Wednesday.
Hey, let's get the claps in there. Everyone in the chat, clap for Zenith.
Thank you. It's gonna be exhausting because the hours are not fun. It's an hour and a half commute.
Ooh.
Oh God, is it graveyard?
I have to leave my house at 6:45 in the morning. And then I end work at 5. I'll be home by 6:30.
Oh,
Right.
So 12 hours of my day gone.
Damn, dude. It's an hour and a half commute. Wait, it's like all public transit?
Yep. Then on Tuesdays, those are my 8:30 to 7 p.m. shifts.
Damn. No weekend work though, huh?
Apparently it's supposed to like work like a short like one Saturday a month. I'm not quite sure, but we shall see. Fridays though, I get off at 4, so I'll be home by about 5:30.
Okay. I mean, one Saturday a month, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at the same time, I gotta do it because like if I ride this thing out, I'll be living in with my brother at the end of the year, and hey, based off of I might be able to make it to TwitchCon this year.
Oh, Dill's gonna have a roommate.
Nice.
I'm gonna have 2 roommates.
Yeah. Because I sorted my flights out as of Thursday evening, so I've got my flights now sorted.
You know what I actually might do? Because I saw the ticket prices of flying straight to San Diego and the cost of flying to LA.
Yeah.
I should literally just arrive in LA because the train rides about
$70.
3 hours.
$70
it's
both ways.
$70 both ways. It's a lot more reasonable where I'll be spending like I'll be saving about like $200 just by going to LA.
Just do
They're
that.
like, hey, Eric, I'll be on your floor.
Wait, how much difference is the flight from LA to San Diego?
As Eric said, as Zen said, it was like 200.
I could fly.
Yeah,
I could have flight that goes both ways for about $230, and that's Canadian to go to LA.
Jesus.
I mean, mine's more
But-
expensive because I'm a bit more longer, but like, yeah, mine
Yeah.
was close to 700 if I were to go to San Diego.
Actually, no,
So-
sorry. I got that wrong. Yeah, LA would be about $550 for both ways, and San Diego would be about $1,000.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude. So,
Jesus.
like, if you fly to LA, the train ride to and back from LA is like $70.
Yeah, and Dil and I can just take the train together.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
I
another
mean-
plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll work it out. Pal and I are already going to go to the British supermarket to get Dil his daily needs. The bangers and
Hey.
mash.
I don't like mash.
What's the other? The shepherd's pie?
I don't like shepherd's pie.
I like shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie's great.
God damn it, Dil! Just let me give out my stereotypes.
Shepherd's pie has mash on it. I don't like mash.
Let me get my stereotypes out there. What is it? Beans and fish sticks, or whatever the hell the Doctor Who
What the
eats?
fuck is beans and fish sticks?
Or fish fingers? What the hell do you guys call them?
Fish
Fish and
fingers.
You just have to take him to a grocery store where you just boil a hot dog for him.
Yeah, I'll just boil him hot dogs.
That'll do. That'll do.
No, what's the Doctor? One of the Doctor Who episodes where he eats like beans and
Fish fingers and custard.
Yeah, okay. I gotta go get fish fingers and custard.
Sure.
Is that really a thing, or was that a joke?
No, that was just a joke. That was just
Oh,
what they
okay.
did in the
Pardon
show.
my ignorance. I was like,
No.
what the? Why is this dude eating this? Is that a thing?
Because he's mad.
Oh, like that's disgusting. But okay, so Zenith, if you do make it, let us know. Pal and I have already taken or are taking the time off, so I got to go put it on Monday.
I just need to talk to my boss about getting my time off in September, and then I'm basically good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Brit. It's gonna be a Brit in the Erik household.
Brit and a Canadian.
Let's go,
Yep.
Brit and Canadian.
It's going to be like the UN, but the podcast version.
Oh god. Hopefully with more like strung together sentences, like
Yeah.
the presidential debate and stuff.
Yeah.
We should literally
And if,
do that with a little podcast roundtable and have the little paper
Yeah.
triangle sign who we represent.
Yeah, yeah. And then if Morgan gets to come, basically, Morgan can just represent North Korea. And we just make
Wow.
What?
Jesus, wow.
Excuse me.
God damn.
Holy moly.
I have never been more offended.
Jesus.
Yeah, so send in your sister so that you can be Kim Jong-un.
I fucking hate
God,
you
this is
so
bad.
much.
We could have said Xena said more offensive things to Morgan earlier, but we couldn't see what Morgan was saying because all we got was this. We
Yeah.
couldn't see what Morgan's like reactions were because all we got was this. But yeah, it'll be fun to have everybody here. I don't know if I could fit 3 people extra in here. I could definitely fit 2, but
We'll find a way.
we'll find a
We
way.
just have to put Morgan
I'll sleep
out on the
outside.
balcony.
But yeah, Dil, you got anything exciting?
Well, should be something that you'll have fun with, Eric.
Mhm.
I had PC issues last weekend.
PC shoes.
PC issues.
Oh, I thought you said shoes. We got loafers. We say chanclas. What's
No.
it? No, PC issues. Okay.
No. So my Windows developed an issue of a corrupted file in the boot up system of it, basically, where like it would refuse to boot up at all, and will give me an error message, which I spent an entirety of like 2 days trying to fix. When I tried booting up the repair system, it wouldn't work. When I tried
no.
when I tried putting in the USB stick in and using like the repair system, I don't know if it was if that USB stick was corrupted or anything like that, but it wouldn't work at all. So I had to create a new Windows and reinstall Windows basically on a brand new drive, and I lost 18 months worth of files.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no! And why
Yeah.
do we
Sorry,
not have
Dil.
backups?
Well, that's the thing. I forgot.
Oh no.
I forgot to back up my stuff. It was just one of those. The thing is, I only lost 18 months worth at least because I had like backup from like late 2022 on my files, but I hadn't done another one since. I've been meaning to. It just didn't get on my list of things to do until yeah.
So Dil learned a valuable lesson here, people. This is IT Eric that's going to
back up your shit.
Yeah.
If you have if you're having problems with your computer but you can log into it and you have access to the machine and your data, you back up the data before you do anything.
I couldn't even do that, Eric. I couldn't even get into my system.
You were hosed.
I was fucked. So yeah, I lost 18 months of files, which wasn't too bad because a lot of the files that I lost were just video files I'd already uploaded to YouTube. So not too bad. I did, however, lose my Kaizo Ironmon run that I had on there.
No.
Luckily, I only made it. I only just hadn't gone to Brock's gym yet on that run, so that wasn't too bad. And I have a new run going right now that like I've already made it past Brock's gym, so that's all right. I lost my Storm Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke that I was doing, so I lost like I think up to gym badge 4 on that. And also, I thought that I backed up my Emerald Kaizo playthrough did it a while last year on my backup drive. I loaded up my drive on my PC, and it turns out I'd forgotten to back up the half of my video files that I had left over. So my entire my like 25% of my Emerald Kaizo run is gone. I can't finish my series on YouTube because I've lost it.
You should have given it the old and then spit on that thing.
Well, here's the thing. The drive that failed, I thought it got corrupted and fucked. So I've like put a new drive in now and reinstalled Windows on a new drive. But then because when I looked on the disk partition, it was not initializing, which to me thought drive's dead. Drive's gone completely. When I reloaded up like Windows again and then show on the new system and everything like that, suddenly the drive was working again out of nowhere. So I need to get some software to properly scan that drive to see if there's anything left on it or there's any like indication about what was on there.
You could
like
probably go
file.
get like an external housing, and put the drive in it and then see if you can copy the stuff off it and you might be okay.
I'll have to see if there's anything I can do, because like it's just, a shame. But yeah, I'm gonna have to probably redo my Emerald Kaizo run in the future to get that back because I lost all the rest of the like half the footage. So yeah.
Sorry, Dil.
Don't feel sorry for me. It was my own dumbassery that like led me to this,
I think I told Dil like not months ago, probably a year or two ago, where I was like, you should go buy a backup drive, and Dil's like, I fucking need this.
I mean, to be fair, I do have a backup drive. It just wasn't updated. That's all. I like the last time I backed up was late 2022. Basically,
you bought the drive and then you put it on the desk, and you were like, "Yeah, good. I did what Eric said." And then
and then I didn't do it again. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a reminder for myself, like once every few weeks or something like that, to plug the drive in and then do a new backup every like month or so at least.
I usually do once a month, unless I'm doing something like major. Like if I go and I do a bunch of OBS stuff, then I'll go make another backup.
Yeah, and then even today when I downloaded some stuff for another video for YouTube, I've downloaded the video files to my backup hard drive, and I've also made a fresh copy of those videos and put it on an external backup drive now as well.
Yeah, that's a rough one. We're sorry to hear that, dude. No, lessons learned.
It's as I said, it wasn't anyone's fault but my own. Windows can just sometimes fuck you, basically. It just can, And I've also noticed I've been having issues with my internet lately as well because of that too, because my internet for some reason cuts out every so often. Like every 2 days, my internet has just like cut out for 5 to 10 seconds and then come back on. So, but at like random points in the day, it happened like earlier today, in fact. So I've unplugged the cable and plugged it into a new slot to see if that fixes the issue. If that doesn't work, I'll try a new cable. If a different cable doesn't work, I'll have to see if I have to maybe update my driver, maybe on my sometimes
it's just the
Ethernet
modem
cable.
too. Like just reboot
Sometimes.
the modem. But
I could do that, yeah.
well, we'll hope you get that worked out. Morgan, do you have anything exciting?
Not really, other than because of us not having a working air conditioner really on this side of the house. So like the house that we're living in, we actually have 2 air conditioners, one for one side of the house and then one that basically works for the other 2/3 of the house. The one that works for the 2/3 of the house is actually not working anymore. So I've been having to move like temperature sensitive things that we're trying to sell or even stuff that we're trying to keep into like the other end of the house. That's pretty much all that I've really been doing the last couple of weeks, and it sucks.
You can go get one of those portable ones.
Yeah, I actually have a window AC in my room right now. Thank God you can't really hear it, but the kitchen and like the living room, those don't have any air going through them. We're still trying to like figure what to do.
Damn.
It gets like between 85 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit in the kitchen, and that's before actually using like the oven or anything. It sucks.
Popcorn was a bad idea.
Oh, Eric,
Was
by
it
the
bad?
way,
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring this up because it's going to annoy a certain Davey Quasi
Ooh.
that's in
Oh.
chat.
Go on then. I want to listen to this. Go on.
I love
So,
annoying people.
I've been watching videos of cliff diving and I want to travel. I want to try it.
Cliff diving.
Yeah, it's where you jump off cliffs in like waterfalls and just go diving.
Oh, okay. I thought you just like jump off cliffs and then go, yay, let's see if I survive.
Yeah. And now it's my newest obsession. Like people like jumping off cliffs in like the mountains in like Vancouver. And
Oh.
So pretty.
I saw people like doing it in like the middle of winter. Which is like if you like imagine this, Eric. -8 degrees Fahrenheit. Not Celsius, Fahrenheit. And people jumping from like 70, 80 feet into freezing cold water in a river.
Ooh,
Oh.
Yeah.
lovely.
Oh no.
And
I've been-
also doing like a certain dive called a death dive where like you actually land in the water with your hands and feet extended and where you actually literally go into the water face first.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, dude. No.
So-
I've been watching people do the cold plunge videos where they just
Cold?
like
What?
they like fill up like a trough or whatever filled with like cold water and ice,
Yeah.
and then they like sit in it to wake them up, and I'm like, nope.
Oh. Okay.
I know
A
that
lot of
athletes. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
some athletes do it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's a popular thing with athletes for like swelling and shit like that. But like you look at
Yeah.
it and you're like, but some of these people do it outside in the cold weather,
Alright.
and I'm like, no, don't do that.
So you get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently people there's some people that do this all the like do that kind of stuff all the time. There's a guy who where he kind of like treats himself like a Viking and just like hangs out in like freezing cold water with chunks of ice as if it's like a fucking sauna to him. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
And they're used to it. They don't get sick.
I mean, if you're used to those temperatures and you're like you
Those
adapt.
damn Canadians.
They're not Canadians.
Yeah.
Those damn Finnish people.
How do you relieve
They're
sore muscles?
close.
Hypothermia. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Basically. So people are in the chat are asking if I'm okay. Like I said, I'm getting over something, and then I ate popcorn before the pod started, and now I have like popcorn kernel, like the little like
The seeds.
skin of the little skin of the
Yeah.
popcorn kernel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Mhm.
one of those in my the husk or whatever. I got one of those in my throat, and then I just kept coughing during the whole thing.
Ugh.
Oh no.
So
I hate when they get like stuck in between your teeth
In
because
your
then it's
teeth.
like
Oh
yeah, dude, it
woof.
sucks. And
You're
then
yeah.
like I said, I'm getting over something, so
Mm.
bear with me. I'll probably be coughing a lot, like
Mhm.
right now.
Sorry, I'm
so
coughing
yeah.
a lot today too.
Yeah, it's been a rough one. That's why I don't enjoy popcorn as much anymore. Yeah, the fucking betrayal of popcorn.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna just rip the fucking Band-Aid off, and we're gonna get into this.
Oh.
I don't even know how to fucking start. All I can say
So-
is Twitch is fucking wild.
I mean, so was not to disrespect, honestly, but all right.
So it's a messed up situation because if you guys remember, so Dr. Disrespect, that this is the person we're talking about, has had quite a few instances where that were quite controversial. Like, do you guys remember the short stream he had in 2017 where he wasn't even in costume and he was
Oh,
just
yeah.
in a big trucker hat and he was admitting that he cheated on his wife?
Yeah.
And he cried.
Turns out that was the same year, the same summer, the same TwitchCon where he's finally admitted to it, texting a minor.
Yep.
All right. There it is. It's out in the open here. I was going to start this off when we started talking about this topic for this pod early in the week when the news dropped. At that point in time, I said we were going to approach everything as alleged because there was no proof of anything yet. But Doctor has come out and said it himself, so I'm going to go ahead and go out there with the facts that we do have. So, let's go through some timeline here. Okay. So in 2017, he came out, did a short stream. He was, like Zenith said, he was in his regular clothing, out of character, and admitted to infidelity with his wife, cheating on his wife, etc., etc. He took a short break after that, came back. In 2020, during the whole pandemic era, he was suddenly banned on Twitch after signing an 8-figure contract with Twitch. His claim is he did not know why it happened. At that time, he did not know why he was suspended. Time after, he said he found out why he was suspended and then that he was going to sue Twitch for damages. Let's see. And then
So maybe that's why they kept it under wraps.
okay, so we'll keep going here with the timeline. So he came out on Twitter and said he knew why Twitch had banned him and that he was going to be suing them for damages. And then they went into a legal dispute. And then it was later settled and neither side admitted to any wrongdoing. 4 years on the anniversary of the ban, a former Twitch employee by the name of Cody Connors came out and said he got banned. Now, I'm going to say this correct. I'm going to phrase the timeline correctly here. Cody Connors, a former employee at Twitch, came out and said, quote, he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. If you do not know or were not around during that era of Twitch, Whispers was basically like a DM platform that was built into the Twitch product. He was then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was then trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon, and then powers that be could read it in plain text. Now, this is very, very important to notice here, but Cody, nowhere in that tweet did Cody say Dr. Disrespect. It was not said. It was not meant. His name was not directly mentioned. But based on the delivery of the tweet and the wording, it was implied by everybody in the Twitch community and content creator circles that they are talking about Dr. Disrespect. Let's make that clear. It was later then reported or retweeted by Jake Lucky, who is a popular esports Twitter commentator, news reporting site, Twitter feed. And then Doc would come in and say, I know it's a hot topic. But let's see. Oh, He said, I know it's a hot topic. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. That was his response to that tweet. Now people are starting to get suspicious about the whole thing because he came out. Number one, remember, Cody never mentioned his name. But Doc then came out himself and said this tweet and responded to this tweet, which then perked up the ears of everybody.
Yeah.
The thing is, what's been kind of interesting is so many times so like in the midst of like all the memes of leading up to the big moment where he full out admits to him actually texting and having inappropriate conversations with the minor, is there were things where he was kind of like giving it away or leaving like little breadcrumbs for people to find, and I'm just thinking, what the freaking hell? Is I hate to mention this, and like even though it's kind of funny, ironic, but it's also sad and disgusting. But like he's apparently he had some kind of like collaboration with Drake.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into that topic. Let's not. And then like apparently like 2 years to the day, he was saying to some dude that like, oh, you're going to be irrelevant in like 2 years, in 2 years time. And then turns out that he was it ends up being well, look what happened to
Let's keep going with the timeline. We'll keep going with the timeline.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But
yeah, let's keep up with the timeline here. Okay. So then what happens is Midnight Society, which is the gaming company that was founded by Dr. Disrespect and the particular team of those individuals involved. Midnight Society decides to cut ties with Dr. Disrespect after the allegations. And then shortly after, his sponsor Turtle Beach, which is like the headphone company, cut ties with him also. And then Dr. Disrespect is literally on stream live playing Elden Ring when he gets these messages, allegedly from Midnight Society, and his attitude and his mood changes during the stream. And then he goes into a speech on stream about how he's going to take a long break away from social media and kind of take a long planned vacation, quote unquote. During that whole time frame, more former Twitch employees are corroborating the story and the allegations. And then we get to June 25th. This is where it all comes ahead. We get to June 25th. I'm going to paraphrase this tweet here, but I'm going to give you the important part. So obviously he goes on and he addresses it. The title of the tweet is "The Twitch Ban." And then he says he'd like to make a quick statement. He goes on. He starts off saying how he's straight to his point. He's a real person. He is on, transparent, blah, 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 a bunch of nonsense, right? He apologizes to his community for the commotion and all the allegations, et cetera, et cetera. And then he addresses the ban. He says from reasons outside of his control, he was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 Twitch employees have come out and publicly disclosed the accusations, he feels he is now clear to tell his side of the story. Here's where it's important. This is the important information. Were there Twitch whispers messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there any real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate. Now, you have to kind of pay attention to how he's talking here because he's being very legal-esque in how he says what he's saying. Nothing more, nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch. That case was resolved by a settlement. Let it be clear, it was not a criminal case and no criminal charges were brought against him. And then he goes on and he continues, he addresses the people calling him, I don't know what I can say, PDF file. We'll just use that term that's been floating around lately. I don't know if I can directly say without getting us banned or demonetized or whatever. I'm going to be careful with how I say these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm referring to.
Mm-hmm.
He claims that he is not one of those individuals. He claims that he did nothing wrong, etc. Don't label him as that. Get out of here with that. And then he says, I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. And then he goes on about how he's going to take a break and come back with the weight off his shoulders. So let's see where we stand on this whole thing. God fucking explained to me why. I don't know why individuals, after the guy has literally come out and said that the conversations lean towards inappropriate, people would still side with this.
Yeah. It's like the dude freaking admits it. But first of all, like he also edited it where it didn't say, where he changed it to individual, and then he edited it again. Because what's actually interesting is you can actually view edit history of tweets on the web. And then he changed it a second time to individual minor. And it's like, dude.
Now, I didn't know about the edits until they started floating around. Is the editing tweets thing new? Or did they already have the edit tweets?
If you're I think if you're a subscriber to the blue thing or whatever, like you can edit tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Yeah. So Elon actually did some good with this shit in this particular moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irony on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know where else to go with it. The dude admitted to it.
That's basically all you have to really say. He admitted to it. He did it.
He admitted to it, but people are out there still asking for, they want to see the logs. They want to see what happened. They want to see what was said. Why the fuck do you need more proof? Like, the dude came out and said that the conversations lead toward inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
It's blind loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. A lot of these fans, they're blindly loyal to him, and no matter what he does, he can't do any wrong, basically. Like, they'll try and do some kind of explanation. Happens a lot with a lot of people who develop like a cult following, really. They kind of like just have people who blindly follow them.
Yeah. These kinds of people have the mentality where they will always move the goalpost, no matter if it's to the very end of the fucking field, in order to fit their own crazy narrative. And but the thing is, don't forget that his friends were Nick Merckx. Let's not talk about him because like the dude is just an absolute piece of shit. And his other friend Tim the Tatman. And they were both just absolutely just disgusted. And the thing is, though, Tim felt like he was devastated, whereas Nick, it almost felt like he's known this for a while. So like, I don't know, but like it's just like all speculation. But
that aspect of everything is speculation. But common sense would tell me here. Common sense would tell me, like, look, these guys are at the top echelon of that business. They all converse with each other. They all know each other to a certain level. They, at least to the business side of it, behind everything at that level. You mean to tell me that these two guys had no inkling of what he was doing? You mean it? I mean, but then again, people that do this kind of stuff, they do keep it quiet.
Yeah.
But they always, like Zenith said a minute ago, they always leave breadcrumbs. And they always let themselves slip on certain things. And it's just really, really odd that none of them picked up on this thing. So
sometimes for some people like this, it's almost like a fun little game to feed in their ego for, hey, I'm leaving like little
Right. Can you catch on?
crumb trails, and let's see if anyone catches on.
But this is I have a hard time believing that this is what they didn't know. Now, there's a lot of questions floating around of like, what did Twitch obviously knew? Twitch obviously knew because they banned him. Why did they not report it to authorities, et cetera, et cetera? There are some updates on that. Now, this is all alleged at this point. I can't confirm none of this. But Slasher, who was the original individual that went out there and said he knew but couldn't disclose, was on a podcast recently, and he said Twitch reported it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Now, from what I understand, the NCMEC is basically this website that all the major platforms go and report to. You know, any child endangerment, anything of that sorts, that happens on their websites, and then from there, the authorities go to this webpage and they go and they start investigating these matters. So if that's all Twitch is legally kind of required to do, and that's where they're supposed to report it to, and this is all true, and they did do that, then I don't know how much legal, you know, I don't know how much more legally Twitch is on the hook for this whole thing. Because remember, Twitch is not the law. They're not like law enforcement. They are not the FBI. They are not none of that. They simply run a web page. So, and they run a service. So I don't know how much they are legally required to do in terms of these situations. I just don't. So I can't say whether they dropped the ball on it or not. And then there's all these questions like, okay, well, why did they pay him out if he did this, et cetera, et cetera? Twitch has a reputation to protect. To an extent, they have a reputation. They probably had a legal team behind them too, saying which is cheaper to get this out in the open, PR wise, and have it a shit show for us versus just paying this guy out his $10 million contract and calling it a day.
Yeah. Another
another
thing that I saw as well is that Twitch are also trying to protect the identity of the person that like the dot
which
was,
is important too.
Yeah. Because because the fact is that his Doc's fans are so loyal that if they find the identity of the individual, they'll probably start attacking the individual, which is sad but true.
Yeah, that's the thing that pisses me off is that in that whole big word salad that Doc posted is not once did he apologize to the individual, to the victim, and it was just a whole bunch of I'm sorry for getting caught.
Yeah.
Right, because in his mind, I believe he feels, well, there was nothing illegal that happened, or nothing was, how do I word this? He wasn't convicted of anything illegal, so he feels he did no wrong.
Yeah.
And this happens a lot with people like that skirt the line with some of this stuff. Where it's like, oh, well, they use the law as their compass versus the moral compass.
Yeah.
Like, were any laws broken? There's a lot of stupid laws in the world that you can break, right? But your moral compass would tell you, no, that's not right. Him going to inappropriate measures with conversations of a minor is morally inappropriate and morally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whether or not, and there's tons of people that do, that do things with minors that don't get convicted. So it's those kind of things that kind of rub me the wrong way about these situations, because people automatically look at the law as like, well, did he get caught? Did they convict him? Is he convicted? Et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't matter. The man openly admitted that he did it. And if this sorry, I got to get the acronym for this again. For whatever, if these reports had to go to the National Center for Missing Exploited Children, how much is he lying about the leaned on inappropriate? You know what I mean? So that's the thing.
I think it's possible there could be something coming along further down the road, but everyone's kind of being careful about the wording that they use because that can be used in a lawsuit. This is
Right.
probably why there's
Yeah.
a little bit of tiptoeing.
You know, I don't know if Twitch is in the clear of any of this. I honestly don't. Like I said, I don't know what their legal responsibility is in these situations.
I feel that this is going to drag out for another 2, 3, 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just drop the PDF and say that he's a straight up piece of shit? Yeah, I mean, he's a shit human being. He's a shit human being. And then to try and, I mean, just the way that he handled the whole situation where he admitted it and then tried to justify that he did no wrong after admitting it just shows that, you know, he's really just a shit stain on society.
Even before this, like we all know that he was a major asshole.
Yeah.
I said this years ago. When the ban happened. I said he knows what happened. I'm sorry, but you just do not lose out on a $10 million contract and get banned from a website without knowing.
Yeah.
You just don't. At that guy's level, and keep in mind, he was at the peak between 2017 and 2020. He was at peak fame on that website.
Yeah, because like if you're one of the top streamers of Twitch and you just suddenly get banned and you don't know why, you're going in there with your fancy lawyer team
and finding out.
Yeah, and then coming to a settlement. The settlement means that something happened. So like even Ninja himself, like he was actually explaining it on his stream because he used to play games with Doc, and he said, yeah, you know, usually when they go into a settlement, it means that that alleged thing could probably have happened, so something had to occur for them to come to agreement and say, all right, that's it, we're done, we're settled, no more mention of this, but now it's being uncovered, and now the shit show continues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's possible that Twitch may have gone the route they did, and this is just my personal opinion. I think they probably went that route to not just protect the minor themselves, but also because it would have likely have been potentially a lengthy and costly lawsuit, which they can probably afford, but it's just less messy if they just kind of like, you know, go the route that they did.
Yeah, because like they just signed him to an agreement, and he probably would have like sued them big time if like it was more public. But now that it is, now mind you though, in the way that it went, it kind of looks like Doc now has a bit of a losing case. So if anything, like even though it's not like a great look for Twitch either, like I can understand like the legalities for it, and that's coming from someone that doesn't really know anything about the legal system. But I think if anything, this puts Doc pretty much like his career was probably over at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, to add to that, it looks like the San Francisco 49ers have dropped him from their from their roster of collaborators. YouTube has demonetized him completely.
He lost his own video game
company. Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty much all downhill from here. And this also says a lot about the whole YouTube situation too, where it's like when Doc got banned, he was the biggest streamer on the platform. Why didn't YouTube offer him a contract or anything of that sorts? Now this is an indicator of why, because
people are not able to purchase any memberships for Doc's YouTube channel right now.
Yeah, he's been completely demonetized on that platform.
Yeah, he's basically demonetized off the fucking internet.
Yeah,
and you know what?
Good.
What happened to a better person?
Yep.
Yeah. It's because like, do I like the guy? No, not necessarily, but I do think he was innovative in the way he did streams. I think he's kind of like an innovator in the space. Like he did stuff that was highly creative, and he really like kind of set this level of what streaming could be, but just deep down again,
He said something different. He was persona instead of just, hey, I'm Joe Schmo. That's my real name, and I'm on the internet playing games. Now he was like not just like a persona, like he had like a certain just kind of like attitude and lifestyle to him, and he just amplified it to his games. And like, sure, it worked for him. Sure, it's inspired a bunch of people to kind of like emulate that in a way. But at the same time, though,
all that goes out the window with this.
Putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, all of it, it's done. All of it's done. This is, this is not a dude to look up to anymore.
Yeah. It is time for other people to inspire and innovate the industry.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. I mean, I can't imagine much else happening. I'm just curious to see what happens on the Twitch end of it and how Twitch is going to respond to this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. If they're going to respond to this kind of stuff.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's one thing that we can always be grateful for is video games.
I like it. We came here for video games.
And yeah, so whether Doc is in the space or not, we always have video games. So there's your nice little segue.
Yeah.
I heart you, Eric.
You heart me?
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh,
how sweet. So I'm going to start off with video games this week.
Yeah. Go on.
So we've been doing some Super Mario RPG.
Noise.
And I am like 75% done with this game, right? I am close.
Is that like through the story or completion?
Through the story. And I am on like, I think I'm on the 5th star. I just got the 5th star. I've got 2 more to go. And I ran into a glitch.
Ooh.
So you finish this segment of the game, and then you go visit this elder in the town, and the elder will send the paratroopers over to I forget the cliff name off the top of my head. And then you use the paratroopers to climb up the cliff, but the paratroopers do not show up to the cliff.
Interesting.
And then I did some searching and some looking around, and apparently I have to do some weird stuff to get the paratroopers to show up. And then at that point, it was already late, and I'm like, I'm not going to deal with this right now. But we're so close to finishing it, but I got glitched.
Oh.
Shame.
But Super Mario RPG is such a damn good game, and I love it. And it's fantastic, and it's fun. It's very easy. It's very straightforward. It's very simple. It's just straight up enjoyable. And unfortunately, there was a glitch. But
yeah, this happens.
I know Dill's gonna have some talking about it too, but we'll get into it now. Let's talk about Elden Ring.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's talk about Elden Ring. Okay, I am going to have you direct yourselves to the stream in a short moment here. Are we looking at the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen,
right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you address yourselves at the screen here, Margit has fallen.
He beats it finally, the first boss in the game.
This son of a bitch. Let me tell you, this shit was a journey.
It is.
This shit is a journey.
You officially get good.
Yeah. Now you gotta...
Let me tell you. The excitement I endured and the video game boner that was achieved during this moment is, I don't even know how to word it, right?
Oh, you don't need to word it, mate. Everyone understands. Anyone who's played this game understands.
It's one of those things
Like popping champagne.
You know what it's like? I'll tell you what it's like. All right. You ever watch those like high school-esque like rom-com movies? You ever see one of those, right? And it's always like the nerd guy that wants to go to prom with the hot cheerleader.
Always.
Yeah. Beating Margit after hours of this is literally like the nerd guy getting to take the hot cheerleader to prom.
Oh.
It's like, holy shit, no way. You know, so Pal was on the phone with her mom while I was doing this. So I was trying to be quiet, right?
Did you scare her? Did you scare Pal?
No, I was completely dead silent. My screams and level of excitement were all silent with no vocal. And I just couldn't believe I had done it. I have 40 hours into this game, and this is barely where I'm at. But it took this I didn't realize how much endurance it would take to actually try and do this. There is this glory by not giving up on it. Like you just keep going and going and going, and then you just reach this unbelievable level of glory that lasts, it's like an endorphin high, right? So yeah, I was 40 hours into the game into this. I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to give this a shot. I went and I leveled up some more, and then I just kept dying and dying and dying and dying. And I'm like, I'm just paying attention to a little bit more here and there and figuring out what I'm doing wrong. And I kept getting comfortably. I kept getting about a quarter health left of this guy. I kept just doing that comfortably. I'm like, we're almost there. We're literally almost there. It's just like something I'm doing wrong, or I'm getting too confident. Turns out I was getting too confident. I was trying to throw in an extra hack and slash when I should have just been doing one roll back. I just kept trying to dig in more than I should have been. And then I just said,
there's actually a certain term to it. When it comes to like the Souls games like these is don't get greedy.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And what I mean is, yes, you could get an extra hit, but that also puts you in danger of not being able to back out in time and you getting your ass smacked.
Which was exactly what was happening. Because on top of it, I went and I leveled up some more. I'm like, I'm going to go take on the Tree Sentinel. I knocked the Tree Sentinel down. I took that bastard down.
Nice. Good job.
I did it on the horse. And if you do the Tree Sentinel on the horse, it's a lot easier.
It is.
So I said, fuck the Tree Sentinel. That guy's going down too. After I took the Tree Sentinel down, I got a whole bunch of runes from that bastard. And then I went and I leveled up some more. And then I was like, okay, it's time. It's go time. We're going to do this. And then I went and I tackled it, and I just kept going and going, and Pal was on the phone, and I ate dinner, and I'm just like doing this. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm just like, fuck this guy. It's going down. Right. And again, like Zenith said, you don't get greedy. So I started not getting greedy. The fights take longer, but I was like, slash, roll, back out. Okay. Because what I noticed is if he takes you down, he's going to knock you 3 heavy hits right after another. Just bam, bam, bam. Once he gets once he got you stumbling, then he's just going to knock the shit out of you. So I was like, okay, we can't stumble. Like it's hit, roll, get out of the way. Right. And then it's just like inching down more and more and more. And then finally he went down, and like I said, it was an unbelievable rush of victory that happened during this whole thing. I'm fucking call me crazy, but this might be the best video game ever fucking made.
Oh, yeah. It is. It absolutely freaking is.
This might be the best fucking video game ever made. If you stick
best
to
game of the
it,
decade so far.
If you stick to it, the glory you will find in this thing is just unbelievable. And then I'm starting to take on Castle Stormvale or whatever, and I was just like, oh great, now we're doing this shit all over again.
Yep.
We just keep going, and it just keep torture after this whole fucking, but you get like this motivational pull to keep going.
Yep.
I mean, Eric, all I have to say is 1 main boss down, 12 and a half to go.
12 and a half to go. And, you know, but I do think it gets easier as you kind of go through this.
It does. Well, it
depends.
It does and it doesn't. It depends on where you go next.
Well, you learn. You learn what the game wants you to do.
Yes.
And once you actually start to learn,
yes,
then you feel that you're more able to acclimate to the challenge ahead. You're more able to figure out, okay, so a lot of times I go straight into enemy arena. They're going to want to do this like big sweeping attack. So you try and telegraph their moves. And a lot of times, like, even you're facing like a boss for the very first time, you're kind of like prepared a little bit. Is like because there were actually a couple of Elden Ring bosses where I was actually able to beat on my first try. That's because like once you experience a bunch of them and once you start to acclimate to just the general design, like boss design philosophy that Miyazaki has, then you start to figure it out and understand. I was like, okay, so you want me to dodge at this point, you want me to hold up a shield or whatever at this point, and then here's the time for me to go in and attack.
Yeah, and the game uses a lot of misdirection.
Oh yeah,
because it tells you, the game forces you to Margit. Like, and when I say forces you, it, you know, because the game is so open world, it directs you on where to go. And it directs you to Stormvale and Margit when you are by no means supposed to go there.
I mean, you can go around.
No, but the game doesn't hint at that.
It doesn't hint at that. No, you have to find the route going around the castle in order actually. But the game map or the main story in the shine indicates towards the main goal that you have to do.
I actually found a way to go around the castle on my first playthrough.
Same.
Right, I did too. I found the way around the castle, but the game clearly tells you need to get to Stormvale. And it also uses misdirection in the sense is that when you first, you know, show up in the world, the tree sentinel's right straight ahead of you.
Yeah.
And it's like,
boss.
Yeah, all right, let's go see what this guy's about, right? And then it just pummels the shit out of you. Again, it's all misdirection. And I can see why somebody who's never played these games before would just be completely distraught when they are destroyed to shit in this thing. Because, you know, not only with the tree sentinel, because the tree sentinel you can clearly go around, but the game directs you to Margit and it says, hey, you need to go to this castle, and it starts directing you towards that path. And then you get to Margit, and it's literally just fucking hell and high water. It's just hell and high water. So as a new player, you're like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? And then they turn the game off. Where all the stuff you're supposed to do is literally south of where you start. But it's up to you to go do that exploration and figure out those paths. So it's hard. Anyone that goes into this game the first time and they go straight to Margit, they're in for a rude awakening. Because I think Margit is the hardest first boss in any of these games.
I think
I would actually say Bloodborne.
Yeah, Bloodborne. Father Gascoigne. Oh.
Yeah, basically, that is a boss where even as someone that's played lots of Souls games, you're gonna be stuck there for like long fucking while.
You think you've got him, and then he turns into a werewolf, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, even I die many times to Father Gascoigne, and that's
I had to use a cheese in order to beat him.
But yeah, it's and I said it before when I was playing. It's truly a fucking achievement in gaming. This game is literally, I think it is one of the best games ever made.
Do you want to know a fun fact though? About like Elden Ring. So Miyazaki did an interview recently about him talking about Elden Ring and everything like that, and the process of making it and everything like that. And someone asked him about what his next game would be after Elden Ring, and he said, he quote in that interview, he said, "While Elden Ring is a fantastic game that me and my team have created, it's not my ideal RPG experience yet."
Yeah.
So the man's still not done. He has made probably one of the greatest games of this decade, in my personal opinion. And he's like, "No, we can do better than this. We can do better. We got more cooking. Come on, let's go." I'm just like, I can't wait to see what this band does next. Honestly, I really can't.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's literally like now I'm just like gearing to go. All I could do was like sleep, eat, and breathe Elden Ring for like a couple hours after.
That's how it
this.
starts.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ! I did take a break from it though because I went to Super Mario RPG and I just kind of needed a slower change of pace for a minute. But what a fucking achievement!
Yeah.
Congrats. On that note, let's go over to Dil here, who's going to talk about the DLC. Hit us with it. What are we fucking in for?
So you know how you thought Margit was hard?
Yeah.
The DLC has bosses that make Margit look like a puppy. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, honestly. The DLC for Elden Ring to me is one of like From Software's crowning achievements in like extra content that they made for their like From Software Soulsborne games. It is incredibly beautiful. The map, while not as big as the main story, is still massive. The lore that it expands on from like the main games of the DLC, it's like a web of like connections that makes it to the point where like the stuff that people are finding out from the main game because of the DLC, which is to me insane, and you can really tell the lore had a lot of work put into it. The bosses are hard, but there are things you can do to make your life easier in the DLC. They have added these like items that basically can boost your stats in order to make things easier for bosses. I will say there were some bosses that took me like a dozen or so plus attempts, like 20 or something like that. And there were some bosses that I did it in one attempt. It's like it all depends on like, what you do, exploring the game, finding what you can find, finding new gear. I'll actually even post my tweet that I posted about it, because I literally like posted a tweet about me finishing the game with a screenshot of like the end of the game. If you don't want to look at it, it is like in one of the final areas of the actual game. If you don't want to look at it for spoilers, you don't have to, but I'll put it in live chat right there.
How much content are they adding for $40 some odd?
So it took me about 25 hours to beat 33 bosses in DLC.
How many bosses are in the DLC?
There's more than 33. Let's put it like that. I only found 33, but there was actually some that I missed.
That's literally a whole ass game on top of.
Yeah. That's literally like they basically took the amount of bosses in Dark Souls and made it a DLC. Pretty much.
That's insane.
So, yeah. It took me about 25 hours to go through all those bosses. I still didn't find all the bosses as well. I got pretty close to beating all the bosses in the DLC, but I missed about a few. Basically. So, Jesus. But yeah, But it's the DLC is really good. It's a 10 out of 10. It really is. It's like, as you said, it's like a whole of a game that they put within a game, basically. That's really what it is. Like, it has its own storyline and everything like that. And it's just, it's so good. It's so good. And I recommend that you finish Elden Ring, Eric, so that you can also get into DLC next.
I mean, I've only got 12 bosses to go.
Oh, you've got more than. I mean, there's like 12 main bosses, and you know, in total there's like 165 bosses in the main game.
Yeah, that's a shit ton of work I got to get done. It's going to take me 2 years to do this thing. I think.
No.
I think at the rate we're moving.
It took me over 2 months to beat the main game. It took me a week to beat the DLC. So,
but you also play at this like absurd rate.
Well, I did. Yeah. I only did a 10-hour stream on Thursday to finish the game.
Yeah, only.
It's only 10 hours.
You know.
You know,
like it's not like I got a sleep, career, any of that shit I got to worry about, you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I work as well. I don't know.
I know. I don't know how you do it. I have no idea how
I will say, I also have a top 3 of bosses. Well, I have 3 favorite bosses in the DLC as well. Like, so I got a top 3. But I'm not going to say the names because it's major spoilers.
Well,
yeah.
That is Elden Ring. That is Elden Ring base game, which is on sale on Steam right now if you are inclined.
It is.
$37.99.
And then the DLC is $40, I believe.
$40 for this. So you get the whole package for $80.
Yeah.
Not a bad price. Go ahead and jump on that. It's on Steam. It's on Xbox. It's on PC.
3 platforms.
3 platforms. Go grab it. It is literally one of the best games ever made.
Yes, I agree.
But I think Elden Ring overshadowed the true best game ever, Jump King. What is Jump King?
Yes.
Is this the one we talked about last week? No, that was Pogo something.
So I have a feature called the Wheel of Games that was inspired by Zen, one of Zen's features for his wheel spin stuff that he has for his games. Someone activated it yesterday while I was streaming, so we spun it and it landed on Jump King. And the goal of Jump King is simple. You have to jump to the top to get to reach the hot babe. That's literally the entire premise of the game. You have to jump to the top. And the controls for it are literally your arrow keys and the space bar. And that's it. It's simple controls. The platforms you have to just jump on. I will say when you're pressing the space bar, depending on how long you have the space bar pressed, the jump will be higher as well. So it's like, but it doesn't show a meter to show like how much power you put into the jump, and after a few seconds, it will just jump on automatically as well. So yeah, but yeah, I've made it to I think the 4th or the 5th area so far on the 2 hours that I played. You know,
if you are looking at the Steam page, he looks like Shovel Knight.
He does. There are a lot of comparisons there. Yes, and also Demi in the chat is like looking at it like. Demi was watching me play it, and she was wondering how I was not getting angry every time I fell, because it's similar to like getting over at Benefodi and like, you know, Pogo Stuck, where like if you fall, the progression will just save where you fall. So like if you fall at all, there's no checkpoints. You literally got to go back, so you will literally just like they'll start from that point, you know. And the honest answer is that I'm treating it like a puzzle, because each jump to me, you have to do a certain jump to get to that platform, you know. So it's all kind of like a little bit of a puzzle where you have to do you have to work out what kind of jump you have to do on each platform to reach each platform, and that's why I haven't gotten angry at it yet, because like I'm working it out slowly.
These guys, I love the advertisement for this. Take up the challenge and face the true high-stakes platforming in Jump King. Struggle upwards in search of the smoking hot babe of legend. But explore with care. A single missed jump could lead to a long fall back down. And then it literally says in the thing, it says in the advertisement banner, it says, Jump King, there's a smoking hot babe at the top.
Yes. And the funny thing is, as well, at the bottom, like at the starting area, there's an old man that will like share his wisdom with you, and the things that he says are hilarious. Yeah, about the hot babe, about the area that you're in, just general like shit advice, but it's just hilarious.
This is currently on sale. It is Steam sale season, by the way. This is
Yes, it
currently
is.
$6.49 on the Steam sale. We're gonna wishlist this.
You should do. Honest answer, it's quite fun. I mean, I think there's currently 3 game modes in there. So there's a base game, there's New Babe Plus, and there's Ghost of the Babe.
New Babe Plus?
New Babe Plus. Yeah. Yeah, so there's
See,
3 maps in total.
This is the kind of game content I look forward to.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I think once I'm done with I want to do XT Girls of Darkness next, because that was the next thing that I unlocked for the milestone for St. Jude. So once I'm done with that, once I'm done with the Mission Dungeon randomizer, I'll probably go back to Jump King and play more of it. Unless, of course, I get spun by the Wheel of Games again. You know.
Some of these comments in this game are legit wild.
They're fun, aren't they? I think in one of the game modes as well, you can integrate Twitch so that Twitch chats will actually appear in the game as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just was scrolling through the reviews here, and one literally says, "I enjoy jerking off with sandpaper."
What?
The fuck?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that's Jump King.
Never again. Thumbs down. This is wild, dude. These comments
really
are
is.
wild.
It really is.
Jesus Christ. Maybe the real smoking hot babe at the top was the friends we made along the way.
Very true.
That
That
needs
is
to go to the top when you have a smoking hot friends, right?
Yeah. God damn.
I know.
Jesus. All right. That is Jump King $6.49 on Steam, and then Dil has finished Pokemon Coliseum.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how was childhood? How was childhood reliving?
You know, when you play a game and you have a really hard time beating the final boss on a game, and when you were a kid and you like do it over and over and over again, and then you finally do it one day, like, Eureka, I've done it.
Oh, that's literally how I felt last week with fucking Elden Ring.
But like as a kid, you feel like that. But then as an adult, when you go back to a game like that from your childhood, you realize, oh wait, I know how to beat you. And I literally beat the final boss in the game in 2 attempts. So like I went from like as a kid replaying the game over and over and over again and not beating the final boss, only beating the final boss once, to literally doing 2 attempts on the final boss and I beat it. Basically. Yeah. So it's like one of those moments where like, I know how to beat you. And I just beat it. Well, yeah, as I said, it was because the final boss, it was similar to like an Elite Four and then the Champion, where like you face 4 trainers in the evil gang, and then you take on the final boss, who basically is like champion level, like, you know, boss fight, and then you beat this. Then the surprise, the secret boss comes out, and then you beat him after that. So like, and the secret boss, he has like Pokemon that are like 10 levels higher than my mons. So like,
here's a question for you.
Yes.
You know how you have those games when you're like a young and you're like, I can't beat this shit. Like it's torture. I'll never beat this game right now. And then you beat him as an adult. If you had the time machine, you know, Dark Brown showed up with the DeLorean. He's like, let's go back in time. Would you go back and tell your younger self how to beat these things? Or would you just let your younger self suffer?
Let him suffer. Let him suffer. Let him learn. It's the only way he learns. I think all my years playing Pokemon as well has basically adapted to me being able to, like, you know, beat this game that I had a hard time with as a kid, you know? So, yeah.
How about you, Zenith? Would you go back and tell your younger self how to do this stuff?
No.
No?
I suffer.
Yeah.
Suffer?
It's how we learn.
Why?
Well, it's how we learn.
It's better once you just figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
I generally enjoy, you know, like much like when you said that that you think like Elden Ring is a crowning achievement. Once you finally get it, once you finally learn, and the thing is, Eric, you are learning on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's much more satisfying when you do that without being like, hey, I got what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. You're going to watch it for every word. You're going to listen to what I have to say word for word. And then it's not as fun because then it's somebody else taking your experience away.
This is true because Dil numerous times was like, I will help you. Just get on the Discord. I will help you beat this thing. And I was like, no, I'm going to do this. I don't need Dil. I can do this. And then I went in there and I finally fucking did it. Fuck that guy.
I'm just waiting for that call from Erik when he gets to a certain boss. Then you probably know.
Oh, you're all going to be on a Discord call when we get to Melania or whatever. We're literally going to make a video out of this.
Yes.
We're going to make this literally going to be a YouTube video of this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few bosses where I know that, like, hey, Eric, I'll keep my phone's on Do Not Disturb except for you, BB.
All I have to say as well is that, Eric, when you get to the DLC, my phone will be answering. That's all I have to say. I will wait for you to get to the DLC and see how fun.
Knowing my luck, the DLC will be better than all of it. Watch.
It could be for you.
Who knows?
I mean, as I said, I think it's 10 out of 10 DLC.
Who knows? I could get to the DLC in like a day. Who knows?
Yeah.
Unlikely. Highly fucking unlikely.
Nah.
Zenith has finished the Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
Yay.
Yep.
And how is that masterpiece of gaming?
Oh, it was so fucking fantastic. I finished chapter 7 and then the final chapter yesterday, so I did 2 like 8-9 hour streams in a row, man. I'm tired. Nice. But it was incredible. A lot of the renditions were like the new musical compilations were absolutely fantastic. Mind you, though, for the final boss, I actually restarted the whole battle because I wanted to hear the OG theme, and it just gave me chills. But the thing is, though, for that entire stream, Eric, do you know of a badge called Double Pain?
That one sounds familiar.
Double Pain is a badge where Mario takes double the damage.
Oh,
and
God.
I was still doing my badge challenge. So yesterday, not only was I under-leveled for the final chapter, I died 3 times to... It wasn't even the final boss, because Mario was taking like 60 to 70 damage in a single turn. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Jesus
and
Christ.
I came very, very close to almost completely blowing it to the final boss yesterday, because I got frozen. I had no life shrooms and I had 2 HP left. And I'm like, oh, I'm so screwed. I wanted to scream.
Wait, what's the benefit? What's the benefit for the badge of taking double damage?
None.
It's just a stupid badge.
Except content.
Yeah,
it was for the content, Eric.
It's just a stupid badge, though, that's in the game.
It's called Paper Souls.
Right, but like literally, no, this is a serious question. Like, what would be the point, right? This game was created in a
for
time
young
before
kids
Twitch.
that aren't good at RPG games. I'm sorry, no offense.
Yeah,
Mrs. Oh my, did I tell you about the time that Morgan on Morgan's first playthrough, she had game over because she went into a swimming pool with 1 HP and drowned?
nice.
She learned.
That's that smart intelligence thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I told her to do it.
he said that I never listened to him. That's
They should
proof
give you
that I do.
They should give you a doctorate for that kind of thinking.
Well, who knew that there's a piranha in the swimming pool? So
Yeah, really.
it's their fault for not cleaning out the pool. But anyway, so I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to have like the extra challenge, and it was really fun. It was very stressful, and but I do have to go back for one more stream, because I want to try and finish up Pit of 100 Trials, and because there's 2 battles that were not in the original game that I must try.
So some new ones.
I tried one of them, and I got my ass handed to me.
Interesting.
It was brutal.
Is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door better than Mario RPG?
Yes.
Yeah. That was there was no thinking in that answer, just yes.
Yep. I'm enjoying this remake an awful lot, and have fun with the hidden boss battle, as it did 160 damage to me in one turn.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
I cry every time.
How much did your Mario have? Like how much did your Mario have in terms of points?
I only had like 35 at the time. Did 160. I'm like, this is harder than the entire boss, man. Sorry, than the final boss.
I don't remember what he had in total at the time, but at the time that he at least ended the stream yesterday, is a total of 55.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I was struggling because having missing just a little bit of HP was still dangerous.
That's brutal. Yeah. Well,
and people say I'm masochist.
Yeah. You both are. You both torture yourselves.
I mean, I'm still on Castle Iron, so you know.
Yeah, you're both into that torture stuff. It's a little weird. Okay, that is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Sonic Adventure DX Speedrun. This is random.
So this is for St. Jude. This is one of my incentives.
Okay.
And thankfully I only had to speed run like the Sonic part of the Sonic Adventure DX, because I don't care about playing as the other characters, because they're nowhere near as fun as just playing as Sonic. But so people thought, so I didn't tell a soul except for Morgan for how I was going to play this, because people thought I was going to be taken too seriously. No, I did not. So the general idea was to speed run through the game, but after every single level, I would immediately zip to the Chow Gardens and raise all those freaking chows. So my speed run could have been done at about like half an hour. It ended in an hour and a half because I spent 75% of the time raising kids.
Worth it.
And kind of abusing them. Sorry, my bad.
Oh my god.
So that's normal in the Chow Gardens.
I couldn't help it.
Do we need to report you to the, what is it, National Children, whatever, blah, 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 blah?
No, you point to the National Chow, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, Chow is one letter short of chaos, and you know that's what I am.
How was the final battle for you then on that speed run?
Final battle wasn't bad, because like as soon as I was done that, I swapped to another game.
Okay.
So.
Oh, speaking of this, so speaking of Sonic, I still need to know which Sonic game to buy, guys.
Depends on what you want to play.
You just have to ask Morgan for her Sonic fan fictions.
Yes. Oh yes, I've got that on DLC.
We'll be editing that into Sonic Battle 2 very, very soon. Don't worry.
There are a couple on sale right now. So we have Sonic Frontiers. That's $20.99.
Yeah.
That's
the most recent one.
Sonic Origins is $14.99.
That's the classic games, basically. No, is that classic games? Or is that Sonic Mania that I'm thinking of?
Sonic Mania is $5.
Yeah. Sonic Mania, I think, is the classic games brought back.
Oh, is it like a collection?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you look into it, I think it is.
Yeah, because like Sonic Mania is like a collection of a lot of the classic levels for I think Sonic 1 through 3, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but it is not a collection of the games.
No, but I think Sonic Origins is.
Let's see here. Okay, Sonic Origins. Where's that? There is no Sonic Origins here.
There is no Sonic Origins here.
Sonic Mania. I do not see Sonic Origins. They have Sonic Forces.
Don't buy that.
Why not?
Oh no. It's bad. It's bad.
Okay,
It's
so
a bad
see,
Sonic
this sounds
game.
like the one I want to play now.
Well, then
It's-
play it.
It's kind of basically Sonic fan fiction, pretty much in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
so you
basically
wrote this game.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
well, No, because in the game you literally create your own Sonic character, and then you are the protagonist in the game, not
Oh,
Sonic.
so this is Morgan's favorite Sonic game.
No, I do have funny
Maybe
stories
it
from it
is.
though.
You what?
I have funny stories from it though. I don't remember. I don't know if I still have this recording somewhere. I'd have to look. But there was a level where like they've got like a ceiling that basically comes down, and you have to race through there really fast before you get crushed. And I almost made it, but Sonic's body didn't. So it just kind of like crushed his body, and his head was like the only part that actually
Oh my
cleared
god.
it.
What?
It was bad, but it was really funny.
Oh, I lied. Sonic Origins is on here. My bad. Sonic Origins.
There you go.
That is not on sale, and that is $14.99.
Ah. That's sad.
Oh no, it is on sale. $14. Dude, Steam is being really weird.
Weird. I did get some games on the Steam sale, I will say.
Oh yeah, we got to check Dill's wish list to see how much he purchased on the Steam sale.
Right.
Can you see if it's changed at all?
Can you? Oh, should we have like a guess of like how much he's spent on the Steam sale?
Go on then, let's guess.
I would say £230.
Nope.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
Lower. Much lower.
Oh, he's at 75 pounds.
Nope.
0
Morgan?
pounds.
There you go.
Dill has not
What?
spent $1 on the
How?
Steam sale.
I got
Oh.
a gift card from my cousin for my birthday.
Oh,
and I used
That's
that.
cheating.
That's cheating.
So
That's
yeah,
cheating.
I spent. Actually, that's not true because Demi is right there. I spent a total of £1.69 because of the final game that I purchased. I had to spend money on that.
Nice.
Yep.
So technically, I
pound
spent
you into a
£1.69. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, before yesterday it would have been 0, but then because I had I think like a pound left on my like balance and the voucher, I bought like my last game. And then it was like £1.69 that I spent. So yeah. Funny though.
Well, that is Sonic DX
Yes.
speed run. Where'd my doc go? Sorry. Doc. And all right. Now we are on the Dragon Quest 8 randomizer.
I was
Brother St.
I was looking in that stream and it looked quite chaotic.
Yeah. So Dragon Quest VIII is one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with this randomizer because you start off with 2 characters. So like your main hero character, and then this guy who looks like a freaking bandit. But you just open up any chest or break any like barrels or pots, and it'll give you random items. So I did 2 runs of this randomizer because the first time, the very first boss was like a pack of wolves that just ate my entire party in like 2 seconds. So yeah, that was fun. But I was addicted to it. It was really fun. Bosses were randomized. And on my second playthrough, I was just having a good time. And it's also for the 3DS as well.
One of those classic like old school streams where you're just chilling, playing games with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, other people might not get why I had such a good time, but I really did.
Those games are so classic. I've never played a Dragon Quest, but they're classic old school RPG, like at their core.
Well, if you like Akira Toriyama, who was the maker of Dragon Ball, like he did all the artwork, a lot of the characters and like the dialogue is kind of like based off of Dragon Ball. So if you're into Dragon Ball a lot, then I think you might like it.
Nice. I think well, we're going to talk about it in a moment here, but there is something big on the Dragon Quest front coming.
Yeah. I'm actually excited for the Dragon Quest 3 2D HD because that was actually one of that was one of my first memories as a child, is watching my
Aw.
parents play Dragon Warrior 3 for the
Aw.
NES.
Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest?
It was known as Dragon Warrior because it wasn't localized, but once it moved on to the Super Nintendo games, like, no, it's actually Dragon Quest, not Dragon Warrior.
Really?
Mm.
Is that for the original ones too, like Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 also?
Yep. So like there's a Super Nintendo collection of the first 3 Dragon Warrior games, but upgraded to Super Nintendo graphics, and they're called Dragon Quest. So that's why it's been Dragon Quest
I
instead.
have the original Dragon Warrior cartridge, like NES somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah, I bought it like randomly. I had gotten an NES years ago when I was like in my teenage years. I had gotten one, and then this is when the Super Nintendo came. So all the video stores and stuff were clearancing out and selling the NES stuff to make room for the Super Nintendo cartridges. And I had bought Dragon Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I still have it. Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. A random fact I learned today.
You're actually not the only one, because when I got older, I was about a teenager, and I was trying to think, what was that RPG that my parents played, and it had like the smiling slimes and shit. I don't know what that series was, and it bothered me for like 2 years. So suddenly, when I was about like 16 years old, I came across Dragon Warrior for the NES, the original one, the one that you have.
Yeah.
And then it hit me. But the thing is, though, I'm stupid. I'm very stupid, because before that, for about a year, I had a game called Dragon Warrior Monsters, which was actually similar to Pokemon. Is like you actually have to find and tame monsters and capture them, and to add them to your party to do the fighting for you. They had the smiling slimes, and they also had a lot of the music that was from the originals. And it didn't clue in. I didn't clue in the entire fucking time I was playing the game until I found Dragon Warrior, and then I put 2 and 2 together. I was a stupid kid.
It's really interesting because I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now for Dragon Quest, right? And the box art doesn't match anything of what would have been like the original Dragon Quest, like look and feel. You know what I mean? Like the box arts don't match.
That's Dragon Warrior for you.
Interesting. Dragon Quest. I'm gonna assume
It's kind of like
Famicom.
It's kind of like in the same kind of vein of those Mega Man box arts, where
oh, ha.
you know, the Mega Man box arts. If for any of you guys that haven't seen it, were so wild and wacky. Where it looked like some like weird dude out of a fucking Hold on.
That is very weird. I'm looking at these right now.
I just saw it.
Are you okay, Morgan?
I'm fine. I just saw what he was talking about.
Yeah, they're very weird.
Yeah, the original like 80s Tron looking fucking Mega Man box art.
That looks like a Tron cosplayer, not an actual Tron.
Here, I'll share it in live chat.
But the Mega Man 2 art is just as weird looking.
Hold on. I got it.
Yeah, the Mega Man 2. I remember the Mega Man box art, but the Mega Man 2 box art is just as fucking weird.
Sorry. I don't know. It looks so funny.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, that one's a bit better, but it's still a bit of a wild time.
Yeah, bear with me here.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And this one is a bit of a like mix between 1 and 2. Because he's just shooting a robot in the crotch.
So here is the Mega Man 1 like box art. Like this is Mega Man. No, here is Mega Man, like on the original box art, and it's so fucking weird looking.
Even the helmet doesn't fit his head properly.
Yeah.
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 And then, like,
He's all
he
like-
has a gun. Like, he has a gun, which makes no fucking sense. And then when you look at, like, Mega Man, you know, everyone knows, like, the actual Mega Man has, like, you know, the blaster arm. But why does he have a fucking gun?
I don't know. America, maybe.
And then
Maybe
they
because
doubled,
he's all like,
and then they doubled down on this. Oh my god, is this the PAL box art for Mega Man 2? That's fucking worse.
Yep.
Hold on.
wait, hang on. I'm just looking at. What the hell?
So
What the hell?
here's the US
The
Mega Man
hell?
2 box art. Like
Yeah.
this is fucking weird, right?
Very.
It was
Like-
kind of RoboCop-ish.
At least he's looking more like Mega Man. You know what I mean? Like Dr. Wily looks like Dr. Wily back here.
You know what's
And he-
great?
He's starting to look more like Mega Man. But
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on in the fucking British market. But
Well,
what the fuck is this?
you're gonna have to show it me. I don't know.
I'm
And
getting
you know
there.
what's
Hold on.
amazing is after all these years, is remember when they actually made Mega Man 9?
Oh yeah, that
And,
one.
So they actually made it where, so this game is actually kind of newish, but they made it for like the NES for whatever reason, like years and years later. But they decided to go back to some of the retro art. If you guys haven't seen it,
Look at this fucking thing.
here you go.
Wait, okay.
Oh, because that looks kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
what?
does look cool.
Yeah.
When did Mega Man 9 come out?
This is
That
the
one's better.
Australian.
This
is the
came out in 2008.
Wait,
It's an
what?
NES game. Yeah. An NES game that came out in 2008.
This is fun. I like how the 9 is just fucking kind of like right there. Like
Hmm.
it looks like a teacher, a mark your teacher would make if you fucking got the question wrong on a test.
Yeah. Oh,
This is
I'm
so
trying to think.
odd.
I'm trying to think. Who is? I'm trying to think like who that version of Mega Man looks like.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes, you're right. Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage. If he
Yeah.
was Mega
Nicolas
Man.
Cage.
Did we really miss?
Oh my
did we really miss an opportunity with Nicolas
Mega-
Cage not being
Oh my
in
gosh,
Mega Man?
Mega Cage.
Yeah.
Mega
Oh
Cage.
my god.
Mega Cage.
If
Can we-
anyone is
can we
actually,
Eric, can we make today's podcast to be that box art where like just Photoshop Nicolas Cage's face on it?
Oh my
Can we
god,
do that?
I'll
yes.
make it myself.
Yes.
Oh.
okay,
Oh wait, make it a face-off thing too, and then the one behind him is John Travolta.
here
That's
is the Mega Man 3. So Mega Man 3 is when they actually like put Mega Man as we know Mega Man on the box art. But what I really want to know is what did the Japanese like? What did the Famicom? Box art look like? See, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look
I feel
at
like
this.
they just went a bit wild. Whatever the artists were on, I don't know what it was, but
So
damn.
like, okay, so here is the Japanese Mega Man 1 box art compared to what we got in the US. Like this fucking looks like Mega Man.
Or Rockman, as it's called.
Yeah, they called him
Japanese.
Rockman in Japan. So like what the fuck were they thinking
Oh,
here?
I think they were smoking something. It was the 80s, wasn't it?
Like,
Yeah.
What 80s act? Some dude who was making box art for these games must have been watching like 80s action movies at the time and thought this
Or
shit
on
was
something.
legit.
I think it
It's
happened
like-
to like a lot of games back then.
He
like
probably
about
was
it.
watching Tron or Rollerball or something, and was like, "Yeah, that's the look." But we went on kind of a tangent there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm working on
Happens.
Photoshop.
Yeah, so let me
I'm
go
making
back
this happen.
here. If you want to send, remember it's got to be 1920 or 1280 by 720.
I'm trying.
All right.
I'm trying my apps the best. Sorry, can you 1920 by 720?
1280 by 720, whatever 720p is.
You got it. I'll make it work.
All right. So what are we calling it? Mega Cage? Is that what we're calling
Yes.
this shit?
Mega Cage.
All right, Mega Cage it is. That's the episode title, everybody.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and put that in the notes here. In the Mega Man font.
Yeah, in the Mega Man font, has to be.
There you go. So that is the Dragon Quest VIII randomizer. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, actually, we forgot Morgan. Sorry, Morgan.
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
We forgot Morgan.
I'll make it
has
easy for you. She hasn't played anything.
She said Breath of the
That's
Wild.
only partially true. Yeah, what he said is only partially true because like I haven't really been able to play much of anything recently, but what I have been playing on stream and off stream was Breath of the Wild because I'm trying to finish my playthrough of it that I started like back in 2021, I think. So it's like one of my games on the backlog, and when I've been playing it in my off time is to kind of like grind for supplies so that I can get better gear. I'm also actually trying to go and either buy better gear or locate where it is, so I have to do like the quests to get them because I have like pretty much bare minimums of what I've got in the game right now, and I'm kind of getting my ass kicked a little bit. But I have like one divine beast left, and actually the last stream that I did of it, I did a Zelda made cosplay of it, and I actually don't think I posted a picture of it yet on Instagram, but I can go ahead and throw that up in the live chat real quick so that you all
Wait,
can
why I thought we beat Breath of the Wild.
I beat a playthrough of it like a couple of years ago, but I didn't actually finish my on-stream version of it. So like that was what I was still doing. So that's how the cosplay looked. But yeah, that's pretty much like what I've been doing, at least game-wise, more recently. So I just kind of have to do a little bit more level grinding, get some better gear, and then like we can finish the last divine beast and then the end of the game. So we're almost there.
And then you get to go do
Yay.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
She's got like 50 other games that she has to play.
It's not
But she
50.
You keep buying games and then just not playing it.
Yeah, worse than
What's
me.
how
Because
many
you have
games?
to
Yeah,
play your
Dill plays the games. What are you doing,
Yeah.
Morgan?
I am playing my games, but like, I'm trying to, at least whenever it comes to streaming, I'm trying to finish all the games that are on my backlog, basically games that I had already started on stream within the last couple of years. In my off time, I actually have been playing some of the games that I did buy, like Baldur's Gate. I actually recently came back to Baldur's Gate, but I didn't play enough of it to be able to like put it on the dock. And then actually because of like Everest playing Dragon Age Origins recently, and she had like kind of some issues with trying to, because it kept glitching out and it kept crashing at a certain point in the game whenever she was playing it that day. She actually
So
kind of got
you-
me into. Go ahead.
You recommended Everest a shitty game that doesn't even run.
Yeah.
Well, she did get it fixed because like her and Josh got it fixed, but I had no idea that it was actually having like, apparently it's kind of a common issue where it crashes. So I kind of got back into playing that again recently too, more to kind of like see where the crash is, if I would have the same issue as well. But it also kind of just kicked up the interest to, kind of play Dragon Age Origins again. So I did like a very tiny pinch of that as well, but not very much yet. It's been mostly Breath of the Wild.
Demi says we need to be nice to you because she does the same.
Aw.
I love that.
Well, then Demi needs to play Elden Ring. She started Elden Ring and she needs to finish it.
Jesus. Well, that's Morgan's Breath of the Wild playthrough where nothing happened.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Checks out. Sounds about right. All right, that's what we're playing. We're gonna get into the Nintendo Direct. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a break, and then we'll be back shortly. This is Good Friends, Good Games, and we'll see you in a moment. And one. All right, Good Friends is Good Games is back. That was a lot of Nicolas Cage on the break.
Yes, it was.
I'm incredibly frightened now.
I'm all Nick
at
Cage
this
now.
point.
I am Keckless Nage.
Nice.
What?
I'm all Nick Caged.
All right, let me get this off the screen and let me go to the Nintendo Direct stuff. Wait, what is the voice channel status? Who changed that?
I
Mega
Dill?
Cage Zone. At least it's not completely inappropriate.
yeah.
All right. We had a Nintendo Direct. There was a lot of shit they unloaded.
Yeah. 40 minutes.
All right. We're gonna round table this.
Mm.
And I'm gonna just we'll have all you guys, what are you guys excited for out of this whole Direct? Rather than me rattle off a list of shit, let's go ahead and let's talk about
Let's
what we
have a
are
look.
excited about. There is a ton of stuff announced.
So, looking into this Direct, I felt like we were going to be getting like a lot of ports or just like small little titles that aren't going to be too exciting. But like how Nintendo handled, because like this is probably going to be the last Nintendo Direct that solely focuses on the Nintendo Switch. So, and it was an absolute slam dunk.
It was.
Yeah, I'd say it's a 9 out of 10 Direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mhm.
I think
I'm
Xbox and Nintendo-
disappointed. I am disappointed because right here, right now, there was no announcement of the Legend of Zelda remasters. None of
No.
them. Which
I have a feeling. I put out a prediction where I thought that they would not be announcing those until they talk about the next console, because I feel that they could actually sell the Switch 2 based off of, hey, we have those Zelda remasters you want.
Yeah.
I'll be like, give me.
yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
going to be a while before we see a Zelda, unless it was like a Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom port.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, they're holding on to that one close chested or whatever, and it's kind of weird to
Yeah.
me. But I mean, I get it. They need to sell Switch 2s or whatever.
Yeah.
On that note, there was no discussion of the Switch 2. There was no announcement about it. Nothing. No
They
information.
also
released that one.
said, yeah, they like Nintendo. Was it the president of Nintendo himself said that they're he said, as a reminder, there will not be any discussion of the Nintendo Switch, and not only did he say it when they announced the Direct, as well as when they said there will be a Direct in June, and there will not be any mention of the Switch's successor at that time.
Yeah.
So everyone knew about this,
Yeah. Everyone
or
knew.
should have known about this.
He basically gave the news ahead of the Direct just to make sure that no one's hopes were up about a Switch 2 Switch successor being announced, pretty much.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
And I still found people that were like, how come they didn't announce the Switch 2? It's like, because they literally said there was not going to be any Switch news.
Yeah.
I mean, technically they announced a new Nintendo Switch Lite, but that's about it. That's really all you got.
They were lying, guys. You know they wanted to say something. Okay, so what do we got? What are we excited to talk about here? Hit me with it. I can't see that in the blinding
I can't
light.
see it. What is that? It's too
There-
light.
It's like this is completely full of games that I'm interested in from it.
All right, Morgan,
Jesus.
you
Morgan,
tell
come
us
on,
what you're
Morgan.
excited about.
You got
Yeah.
a whole list? Let's start talking.
Yeah, you got a whole list. Let's go for it.
I am interested in Zelda Echoes of Wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD,
Mm.
Fairy
never
Tale
play it.
2. Yeah, I will. Fantasia, Neo Division.
Okay. A little less second grade presentation, and
A little more.
yeah, a little
why?
more love. All right, let's go ahead. We'll talk about the major. I guess we're gonna go with the major elephant in the room here. There is a new Zelda coming. Legend of Zelda. God damn it.
Echoes of Wisdom, my dude.
Echoes of Wisdom. Thank you. I was looking for it. I get it mixed up. Wisdom of Echoes, Echoes of Wisdom. Okay, so there is a new Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This is a brand new top-down game.
Yep.
It is in the art style of Legend of Zelda. God damn it! It is
Awakening
in the,
of Link.
Yeah, it is in the.
Yes.
You guys done?
No.
Don't play games.
No.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Kingdom of Tears.
Kingdom of
Yes.
Tears. Yeah. Okay. Echoes of Wisdom. It is a top-down. I'm gonna say, what's the correct term? It's 3D, but it's more 2D, I guess.
Isometric.
Top down 3D,
Wait,
2D.
Isometric
yeah.
2D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an isometric 2D top-down Zelda in the vein of the same artwork as the Link's Awakening remaster.
Yeah.
But the kicker here, and this has never been done before, you're actually playing as Zelda, and your job is to save Link.
It's
So,
reverse.
Now, when your old uncle says, "Oh, Zelda, this game you play is Zelda," and then you'd be like, "Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah.
the first time."
It's highly disappointing that it's not called The Legend of Link.
I agree.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
So this is exciting because not only is it Zelda that completely changes things where you actually don't use swords and items to solve puzzles and combat enemies, but you get to use
Cheers.
the Rod of Wisdom to spawn items, objects, and even enemies to try
Cheers.
and solve puzzles. Chairs, plenty of chairs.
Table.
Bed. Don't forget the bed. Don't
Zelda
forget
coming
the
in
bed.
with the steel chair. I've
Yes.
seen plenty of those memes. Just looked like I just held on to Eric's nipples from here. Sorry.
I mean, technically, like Zelda could probably create her own like Link clone and then just have Link fight for her battles again.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wait a
absolutely
minute.
right.
Wait a minute. You know what? I didn't think about this till now. Can Zelda clone the Master Sword?
Maybe.
That would be cool.
They didn't specify the Master Sword. They did say they can clone pretty much anything.
Yeah, just like have like a whole bunch of like Master Swords just flying around like it's a
Yes.
circle of death.
Master
Like
Sword. roulette.
a blade of death.
Yes.
Called the Master Circle.
I don't think it's gonna happen because they're really emphasizing the rod. It's on the cover of the game.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really gonna emphasize this Rod of Wisdom. But I think it's I hope it's not a cheesing concept that's gonna make the game too easy.
Hmm.
Well, I think it gives people like the freedom, but in the sense of where you just kind of like use what you have to try and figure out a way where there's like plenty of like different way. Like it actually might have a lot of replayability to where, hey, the first time I was here, I just made a stairway of chairs. How about I make like an elaborate labyrinth using like water and objects that I have to bounce off of to try and to make it to my goal.
I wonder the limits of what you can summon as well. Like how many can you make?
Right. Like what can you make at a given time too?
Yeah.
Because like me out here thinking that I'm let's game it out and just like, is there a limit, and just spawn like 100 beds that goes right through town.
Right? Like, oh, I'll just make a bunch of beds and get up to Hyrule Castle, or or get up to
you know what I would do?
Death Mountain.
I'm wondering if it's possible, because you can take a clone of a water block. Can you do the same thing with lava? And can you just spray lava throughout the entire village and see what happens?
Yeah.
We'll find out soon, won't we?
Oh,
Because that'd be fun.
Yeah. So on that note, comes out September 26th, and there is a new Nintendo Switch Lite Hyrule Edition that comes out with it. with the Hyrule crest on the back. It's all gold. It's very pretty. That comes in September 26th also. So yeah, Echoes of Wisdom. This was probably the highlight of me for this whole thing. I think it's about time. Pow is very, very excited to get to play as Zelda. This has not been done before. It's like kind of a big deal.
I feel like, Eric, there's a bigger highlight for you in this, though, more than that.
Bigger highlight than Echoes of Wisdom?
I mean, come on. It was right at the end of the Direct.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
That wasn't the big highlight for me.
We
Eric,
knew that was coming.
No, but for Eric, that was definitely
You knew that was coming? I felt that we wouldn't be getting it. Ooh,
I thought we were going to get it until next year.
I can wait till we actually talk about Metroid. But I got a theory.
Let's talk about it in a minute. Okay. Yes, I'm excited for fucking Horizon Lego Adventures or whatever.
Of course, yes.
Everest is so excited for that.
Everest and Pow are excited for Horizon Lego Adventures. Lego Horizon Adventures, first announced during Summer Game Fest, comes holiday season. This is basically an interpretation of Horizon Zero Dawn, the world, the lore, etc., in Lego form. I think a Lego Thunderjaw will be pretty fucking cool. I will give them that. So, no release date on that yet, or unless I missed it. It's not on the sheet.
Holiday season, it says. That's all.
Oh, okay, so holiday season. I'm gonna assume Zenith. I'm gonna assume Zenith is excited for Paper Mario, or not Paper. What is it? Mario Party Jamboree.
Oh yeah,
actually. They have 7 boards. It looks like they're bringing back a board from Mario Party 1 and 2, and those are very good solid boards. So I'm glad that they're doing that. And then they're also introducing 5 new boards that it actually look pretty fun. And it looks like they've kind of learned that, like, all right, everyone hates the car, everyone hates Super Mario Party. So how about we take what people seem to generally like and bring back Mario Party in its most classic form. The only thing is, like, I was discussing it during the Direct and saying that, like, as great as it is to have like a brand new Mario Party, and I actually predicted one to be announced for Switch 2, so that was actually one of my correct predictions. And I said that the graphics are a little bit more kind of like minimalistic, and I get it. It's like modern and like, hey, here's this. It's just, nothing too splashy. But the thing is, Mario Party is supposed to be splashy. It's supposed to be colorful. It's full of life, and it just looks like it's just safe. And I was kind of hoping that like future Mario Parties have something a bit more like colorful and have a bit more creativity put into their UIs.
It looks like another Mario Party to me. I mean, but then again, I'm not the biggest Mario Party fan. What I am excited to have seen, though,
but they do have a mode where it's 16 people playing at the same time, so it's kind of like a battle royale.
Oh,
relax.
Okay, not bad. The Nintendo World Championship NES edition looks pretty rad.
Yeah.
It's basically a throwback to the original NES championships from like the 80s, so that brings back a lot of memories. Special edition comes with like a gold cartridge of some sort.
Yeah. Oh, Eric, I love how they actually started the whole Direct, because it's actually what got me hyped up, is for the very first Mario and Luigi game in years. And it's an
I was
actual
just
3D
going to
game.
talk about this. Yes, Mario and Luigi Brothership is going to release on November 7th, and this is the first one in 10 years.
Yep.
Mario and Luigi's are a spin-off of Paper Mario's?
Yep.
Oh.
But then they made their own that they had their own series. So the company that made the games, Alpha Dream, actually went bankrupt.
Oh no.
But apparently some of the designers from the Alpha Dream team is now working for Nintendo, and they are currently working on that project. Like, I love the art style. I love what they're doing with this. It's going to be lots of fun.
It looks good. I've never played a Mario and Luigi game, so Pardon my
Neither have
ignorance
I.
on it, but it
Yeah.
looks fun.
A couple of them were really good, but a couple of them were kind of
Stinkers.
meh.
Well,
Mm.
So,
Paper Mario gets the same consensus. Like there's good ones and then there's meh ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one is excuse me, November 7th, and then we're getting Nintendo Switch Sports Basketball. I mean, it's Nintendo Wii Sports
Cool.
Basketball basically.
I know a lot of people were hyped about Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection
Yes.
coming out.
because those games are very, very expensive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Mario versus Capcom, the Marvel versus Capcom.
Capcom?
The Marvel versus Capcom games are incredibly expensive. So
Yeah.
it's
They
good
just
to be
probably
seeing
went down in
these.
price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, the Paper Mario 1000-Year Door prices for the GameCube have tanked.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, like that went from a $200 game down to like $70, like on GameCube. It just tanked.
Mhm.
So yeah,
That's-
so we got I forgot where we left off here. So yeah, Nintendo Switch Sports, the Marvel versus Capcom stuff is exciting. Those are damn good fighting games. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, which Zenith had mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it.
And they also mentioned that they are also working on 1 and 2, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to try these all over because I had no idea that Dragon Warrior was Dragon Quest. So now I'm excited to try
Yep.
these.
I want to try these as well, honestly.
It took me years to figure that out as well, Eric.
That's awesome. These games are so beloved and adored, and I've never played one of them, so I'm good to start.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be starting here.
Like they're not very too popular over here, but if you go to Japan, it's almost as popular as Final Fantasy. You have
Right.
no idea.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, it's a huge thing over there.
so if you have like a chance, pick up Dragon Quest 11, and it's even though like it's the last Dragon Quest game to have recently come out, and probably the last one to feature Toriyama's artwork. Check it out for the PS4, PS5, maybe. It's also on PC, and it plays like a classic, and it will give you like a lot of Dragon Ball vibes as well.
Oh, I can get Dragon Quest 11 on Steam.
Yep.
Sweet. Add that to the wish list. Real quick here. $23.99 definitive edition. All right, sweet. There's that guy there. So yeah, I'm excited to try those for once. Is 11 a good starting point? Like, because I know you don't have to play them in order.
Yep.
They're all independent on like a Final Fantasy.
And 11's a good starting point. The one that I was playing is Dragon Quest 8 for the 3DS. That was a fantastic. Actually, that's my favorite Dragon Quest game.
And then 9 was on the 3DS also, right?
9 was the DS.
DS, okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's another good one.
Dragon Quest, those are exciting. I'm excited to try those out. Another year, another Just Dance 2025 edition's on its way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's this Tales of the Shire Lord of the Rings game. I have no idea what this is.
Everest is excited for it.
Is she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Lord of the Rings fan. She is.
It looks very cutesy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks adorable, but I kind of have a feeling it has like a plot twist where all of a sudden, like the orcs invade the Shire at the end.
All hell breaks loose.
Yeah, it's no longer a cozy game.
Yeah.
What else was big that we got here?
Nintendo
Donkey
Online
Kong-
getting some new games.
Yeah,
I don't
Donkey
know.
Kong Country Returns HD is also coming. That was the Wii. That's the Wii version of the DS version, right? Or am I backwards?
So it's a port of the port.
It's a port of the Wii version.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a port of the Wii version. So it's not a port of the port then.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No.
So Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, January 16th. Oh, wow, they're still going into January with this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they said that Metroid was like sometime in 2025.
2025.
I completely forgot Luigi's Mansion 2 HD was a thing, and it's apparently
It's
come
actually out.
Yeah,
It's
it's
out.
out.
It's out right now.
Did anyone grab this?
Morgan, of course.
Morgan, I'm so glad you got it, and it can just add to your collection of games you'll never have time to play.
Can I slap him?
If you can reach,
You
yeah.
only want to slap me because you know I'm right.
I'll play it eventually. I have to get through like the other games first.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
like
like that
50
meme where it's
games.
like, "Why are you booing me? I'm right."
I'm just the messenger, guys. Nintendo Switch Online is getting a bunch of updates. They are doing the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords for the Game Boy Advance. That's a
You can
grab
now
right
actually
there.
play the game online with friends.
Yeah. Are we gonna get online and play some 4 Swords?
We could.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Is Game Boy Advance the one where I have to pay for the pack, the expansion thing?
The expansion pack, yeah.
Oh god, how much is that? $60?
Extra 40, I think, depending on what plan you have.
Oh, I can't remember. I want to say maybe 70, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me
I know
What
it's
the-
$80, I believe, for the family plan.
Oh, hold on. I might be out on this.
That's all right. I'm in part of a family plan with a group of friends where I want to pay like $10 a year.
Let me see here.
Because I'm actually paying for the higher one. Oh, no, wait. Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack is actually $50 a year for an individual.
For individual.
Yep.
Okay, how much is the family?
80.
$80.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm group sharing it with friends because it costs me only $10 a year.
Eric, do you want to become family?
Yeah. Family.
Can I do that, or am I going to be like blocked out because of
No,
not
you can
Canadian?
do that. You can, as I said, I'm part of like a group of friends that I just literally like send $10 a month to $10 a year to one individual, and I'm still a part of it.
Yeah, Eric.
Let me tell you.
I'll be family. I'll be your Vin Diesel, Zen Diesel.
Let me tell you.
Eric Diesel.
You. The reason I bring this up, you should see the fucking game of whack-a-mole that Pow and I have to play with Netflix. Because you'll go to watch
still
something on
subscribe to Netflix.
Well, we had the plan and we were sharing the password, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've cracked down on that, haven't they?
The fucking whack-a-mole we're playing with this thing. Like, you go on the TV and it's like, you're not a member of this household. Put in this code if you are, blah, blah, blah. We put in the code. They fucking find us and they're like, nope, no, they're not. And then they send me another one of those screens.
Yeah.
And and we finally just gave up. We just gave up. We're like, this is stupid. But it was unbelievable. So if I have to do this with the Nintendo Switch Online plan, I'm going to be like, no, thanks. I
don't think so.
I got a whole Steam Deck full of
that.
Nintendo games that.
Yeah, and I have to ask my friend how it's all set up because I'm not too sure. You just add people to the account and then that's it.
I got a whole Steam Deck full of Nintendo games. You should see Eric's Nintendo Switch Online.
Yes. It's free as well.
It's stacked. So yeah, they are getting 4 Swords Adventure, Metroid Zero Mission, which is actually a very expensive game too. So, and then they are doing the 17 and up Nintendo 64 plan where you can get Perfect Dark and Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
Which ironic because they're in the remaking Perfect Dark, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Morgan, are you falling asleep there?
No, I was just jotting something down before I forget.
She was
more games to buy that she won't play.
Wait, what now?
Sonic fan fiction inspiration just hit her, so she had to drive it.
Yeah.
No.
It involves Sonic and Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, that would be the
Saw
Nicolas
Cage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no!
Don't make me Photoshop again, Eric. I don't want to do this.
Okay, Nicholas
That would actually be
Tails.
funny.
And then we have some other games that I'm not too privy on. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of 7. The 100th
one game that did catch my attention was a platformer game called Mio.
Oh, I saw this too. Where did this go?
Yeah, Memories and Orbits. And that looks like quite Ori-like, so that one kind of intrigues me. You know.
All right. And then, yeah, Mio, Orbits and Light. This look cool. Disney Illusion Island. Yay.
Where's Leshki? Where's Leshki when you need
Where's
her?
Lesky with the with the
Oh
Disney
my god.
fam?
It's the South Park meme as a game. Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Nice.
That's on my list.
I bet it is.
You're
Why
never gonna
is this
play
on your
it.
list?
Because it kind of like when I looked at it, it kind of reminded me of Animal Crossing a little bit.
Is it like Animal
that's
Crossing?
literally- It
Yeah.
does literally say like we'll get to the super cute Animal Crossing New Horizon like game first.
Yeah, pretty much, except Hello Kitty.
Wow.
Yeah,
You just like wasting money, don't you?
she does.
What money?
You get it
Exactly.
somewhere.
I made my point.
I have to buy games like really, really sparingly, basically, as I can afford them. So this list is gonna take me
Yeah,
forever
so
to actually
stop
get
fucking
them.
buying Hello Kitty when it's gonna sit on your corner and just stare at you
I'm
and
gonna
watch you sleep
play it.
every night. It's gonna
What? That's
collect
creepy.
dust.
No.
You haven't even played your Story of Seasons game you bought last year. Fuck off.
What? Wonderful Life? I have to
Fuck
get the
off.
Pioneers of Olive Time.
You haven't played
Oh, I
Story of
hate it.
Seasons. Fuck off. Wow, what a dick thing to say.
No, he's so mean to me.
Mm,
I'm so nice to him, and he's just mean to me.
Well, you deserve it for playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, whatever.
Okay, like Hello Kitty. I even have Hello Kitty pop figures back there. I mean, you can't really see them very well, but they're there.
What a goddamn weeb.
Morgan, I'm sorry. The only Hello Kitty is when you lay in bed and you look at yourself, and I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
What?
You did not just go there. Gosh darn it.
That's
Okay,
inappropriate.
Zen's cancelled, chat. Zen's cancelled. Just like understand the podcast now.
I'm gonna mess up my makeup, making me laugh.
You're laughing
is-
because I'm right.
No.
That is inappropriate. I don't even know what to say to this.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to respond to this. You see what happens when Everest is not here? This place comes fucking unhinged.
These two just completely lose their freaking marbles.
You make
I
it
can't
silly.
rely on any of you two.
Yeah, Morgan's a walking fucking camera menu. I am.
What?
Cameraman.
Yeah,
you-
I'm a
Camera
camera
menu.
menu.
Yeah.
I want to get it working though.
Well, that's not happening.
Nah.
You have a better chance of playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure before getting that camera working.
Mm.
A timed exclusive, meaning Nintendo players will get super cute Animal Crossing New Horizons like game for. This is absurd.
Yeah.
This is absurd. Okay. And then, it's up here with Funko Fusion. Who gives a shit?
Oh god, I saw gameplay of that game. Holy shit.
Although I do want to
Crusty
play
as
as
fuck.
Chris Pratt, Jurassic Park in the Funko form.
Yeah. Anyone who hates Funko Pops has something even more to hate now.
You know, if I want to play Chris Pratt, I'm just gonna play the new Mario Party.
Yeah.
Is he the voice?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm like, it's me, Mario. Give me your star.
It's a me.
Oh my God.
Mario.
Good friends, good weight. What are we talking about again? Thank you, Chibi. Thank you. I'm glad somebody in this group notices.
Good friends, good kitty.
Stop.
Good kitty. Her.
I'm going to mute Zenith. Mute. Okay. And of course, we finally got to see Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Yes. Be honest, Eric, how excited are you for finally seeing that after like its announcement?
I'm like half and half because everything after Metroid Prime is kind of in the middle. It's kind of like, eh? But Metroid Prime 1 is so fucking good. And then 2 and 3 were kind of like, right in the middle there. So 4, we'll see. It could go either way. It looks fucking good. It looks good.
I felt like what they showed of that game as well. I don't believe it was on the Switch.
Really?
It looks too good to be on the Switch. But I did talk with a friend and he said, yeah, it is on the Switch. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like they showed that in the Switch successor maybe. Because I feel like Metroid Prime 4 is going to be a Switch successor release title. It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know.
It's the same with why Pokemon's not listed a new game this year. I think they're waiting for the Switch successor to come out before they release like Legend and CA.
Well, if the new Pokemon games comes out, it'll run like a Switch 1 game on the Switch 2. So,
probably.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't think they would go to that length to show it as Switch 2 footage. It doesn't seem.
I mean, if it's not on the Switch 2, they're really like using the hardware on there. Like they're really using it.
I don't know. What do you think, Zenith? Is Dill's observation on point here, or?
So Dill is onto something, because I feel that some of the graphics that we saw are seem a little dumbed down, because like the timing of it makes me think that maybe they showed just enough of Metroid where, hey, this is the Switch version, but they're also going to pull like Breath of the Wild, where Metroid Prime 4 is also going to be on the next console.
The cross-gen release.
Cross-platform gen, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. You might be onto something there. Huh. Well, I guess we're going to find out. All I can say is it looks damn good. I just hope it's damn good.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Zenith? Was it worth the wait?
I actually never really played Metroid, so
same.
You guys have the floor.
You guys both need to go play Metroid Prime.
Well,
now.
I already know I have Metroid Prime Remastered. I bought it ages ago.
Go play Metroid Prime Remastered.
I will. Eventually.
Zenith, you are assigned Super Metroid.
I actually have to play Super Metroid and Link to the Past Randomizer, so I will be playing Metroid.
Ooh.
How are you gonna randomize it if you've never played the original one?
That's the thing. I'm going to find out, because I know, because like I've seen like a lot of people. Because like, have you ever heard of the Link to the Past and Super Metroid Randomizer?
It's like them both blended together.
Yeah, like you go into like a house in Link to the Past, and all of a sudden you're in Super Metroid.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
you can find
wild.
items for each other game, for each game, like located within each other.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's actually really wild, and it's pretty damn cool. So, yeah, I would do it. Dill, get on to Metroid Prime, because Metroid Prime is literally fantastic. Yeah, don't let Morgan beat you to it.
She
then
won't.
you really know. You're really behind in games if Morgan beats you to it.
Yeah.
But definitely play that. I mean, yeah, you should play Super Metroid. I think Super Metroid is on the Nintendo Online.
Yep,
I think, yeah. So
it is.
Go play them. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Dill might be right. It might be a Nintendo Switch 2 release. We'll see. Because all the date says, like we said earlier, all the date says is sometime in 2025. Before we close out the episode here, does anyone have anything else?
No,
Don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
Lot to digest. It's been a wild week. Lots of news,
Mhm.
lots of stuff to swallow. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That doc shit really threw me for a loop.
I mean, yeah.
What a fucking week.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a fucking week. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
If
And
the last
and then,
2
like,
weeks feels like a whole month, that's how it feels like to me.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's wild. It's been a wild week.
Yeah. My last weekend was hell.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Let me get to the calendar here. Next pod episode is, if I can get to the account. Come here, sir. Calendar. Next episode is the 13th of July. We will see you guys on the 13th of July. I've got a couple of good I got a couple of back to the backlogs that are going to get uploaded over that time frame. We're going to get those knocked out and done. They're just sitting ready to be edited and uploaded. We're going to get those knocked out. I don't know if Everest will be back. She should be, but we'll find out. TwitchCon in the EU is happening right now, right?
Right now it is, yeah.
Yeah, right now it is. And then
which I watched the opening ceremony this morning. They showcased quite a lot of new features that's going to be coming, including the new Twitch mobile app, which made it look a little bit more like TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh shit.
Bless you.
Bless you.
That was a sneeze. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll be back on the 13th. More stuff coming your way. We're working things out. We're almost to episode 50. We're gonna make it by the end of the year, and then it'll be a celebratory occasion. We'll get ourselves a big fat birthday cake.
Yeah.
You know,
Yummy.
hopefully no one else outs themselves on social media.
Don't jinx it, man.
Don't jinx it. Let's hope it's a positive experience. But yeah, enjoy all that new stuff coming out. We'll see what happens. The new mobile Twitch app is absolute shit. Straight from Demi's mouth.
It sounds like Demi's been using the new mobile app.
Demi is using it. It is absolute shit.
Oh
like,
no!
Hey, we have a brand new mobile app. It's shit.
Oh,
lowers arms.
Dan Clancy just like, oh.
I'm just thinking of what's the guy's name? Dan Clancy. Yeah, Dan Clancy, right? You know how he's all chill on his streams, like he's just sitting talking on his stream. He's like, "Yeah, new Twitch mobile app is out. It's shit, but we're working on it."
Yeah,
it's just
I
laid
hate
back.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Good Friends, Good Games. We got Dil, we got myself, we got Morgan, we got Zenith. We'll see you guys all very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.